Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week we have Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is it that is up?
Nothing much, my pasta pal. I've had one hell of a Monday. You know when people are like, Mondays are the worst? I really got it today.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I really understood.
We've never recorded on a Monday before.
No, this is true. Yeah, this is one of the first times recording on a Monday for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I got to work, logged in to work, and everybody was like, I'm not going to do my job. I'm going to just ask a question and let you figure everything out. And that was like my whole Monday. And I was like, okay, fine. I hate everybody, but I'll do it.
You're just mad because they actually made you work for once?
No, hey, I have a job and I always get it done. I deliver quality work consistently.
I usually ask the questions around here.
No, it was just like, yeah, I mean, imagine it's kind of like it's like someone started a project essentially, and then instead of them following up and continuing to finish their project, they just stopped, but it was like something that needed to happen, and you're like, okay, are you going to take the reins on this or not? And then it ended up just me doing it. Like, I'll figure it all out.
Get it done.
And I was like 5 minutes into like logging onto work. So I was like, well, this is going to be a good day. And it turned out to be a fine, okay day for work.
Great.
You know,
I'm happy for you.
That. How was everybody else's Monday? Even
great.
though this comes out in 2 days on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
It was fine.
Pretty good.
Very Monday-like.
I'm dog sitting right now, so, you know,
Ooh,
that's fun.
the wife's parents' dog.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
it's
their anniversary weekend, so
Where
got
are they
out of
off to?
Dodge. They're in northern Minnesota somewhere. I think they're on Lake Superior,
nice.
like Grand Marais styles or something.
The old COVID trips, aka anywhere you can drive to.
Yeah, into the woods.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we're going up to like up north too, like Grand Marais in Minnesota this weekend.
Yeah, apparently that's what everyone's thought is, because I guess the like Gunflint Trail was just crazy. Like everyone's like, well, we can't do anything else. We're gonna go on a hike.
So not even like a reprieve from like people and like
No.
getting away and like going,
They
COVID
just go
doesn't
straight
exist
to
in
where
the woods.
all the people are.
Yeah.
You see all your neighbors there. It's like, oh, hey, we're all on this trail. We're just going to walk then? Cool.
We should have just hung out on the cul-de-sac, I guess. There was no point in coming all the way up here.
I mean, it's pretty.
It is pretty. It's a good area. Listeners, if you can, go into the woods. Sometimes there's not people there, and you can have fun.
Just walk. Just walk until you can't feel anymore.
Just walk for an extended period of time.
Jenny told me to start running, so I ran.
I think it's called yogging with a soft J.
Silent J. Joe, this is not a Monday podcast. This is a podcast about what if someone's never heard First and Last before.
TV shows. And sometimes days of the week. Next week, we'll discuss Tuesdays.
I thought this was our cheese cast.
Yeah. Send us some suggestions for days of the week you'd like us to discuss. We've got some hot takes.
What day do you want to hear about?
Josh has a pretty controversial opinion about Wednesdays. It is spicy.
I don't know if you can handle it on episode 2
Stay tuned.
of Dave Cast.
But mostly a TV pod. But we don't talk about entire TV shows. We just take a show that we've mostly not seen and only watch the first episode and the last episode. And in between, we try to figure out what's going to happen. And then at the end, we try to figure out what just happened. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. That's probably the best description you've ever given.
A lot of times, yeah. A lot of times we don't have the answers for what just happened. We just sort of let it wash over us.
And then if it's Frasier, we watch most of it, if not all of it, after the fact.
Some of us do.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Unless your name is Lava Joe.
Well, someday.
Speaking of Lava Joes, this Lava Joe, it was his show today. What are we doing?
It's Joe time. I picked a show that I've heard about from people as like a personal recommendation, but like the recommendation has always been like, oh man, do you watch this show? It's really good, but it's also really depressing. And so that's made me not like ever try to watch it.
Yeah.
But I thought now is a good time. So today we're doing BoJack Horseman.
Heck yes.
You guys seen some BoJack?
I have seen a little bit of it.
Mhm.
I'm pretty confident I've seen this pilot because I think I tried to watch it. And I think it's a really good show. It's just I never kept with it through the season. So I might have seen some of season 1, but I think that's about it. I also it is like a funny show. It's a good show, and then it's very sad a lot of the times. Like surprisingly sad for a cartoon, even an adult cartoon, which this is very much so an adult cartoon.
Yeah.
There's one I've seen, I don't know what it is, and I'm sure it's not the last episode, and it's definitely not the first one. The only episode I've really truly seen of this show was there's a one of the characters who she like tells a joke throughout the whole episode, and at the end she like the punchline hits, and it's like not funny, like it's really not funny at all, but it's like it was like, this show's amazing. It blew my mind. It was so
Okay.
it was like a good
Like it's
joke that
clever?
you had to think about. It was very, very clever, but it wasn't like laugh out loud funny. But I really enjoyed that episode. I don't know what it was called.
Is that
You'll
so?
never
So
find
Joe,
it.
do you know anything about the premise?
I kind of have the same experience where I was pretty sure I'd never seen it, but then when I looked in my Netflix, it like the first episode has already been played, so I was like, oh, maybe I have seen this, but that's about it. So if anything, I've maybe seen the first episode, but otherwise not. I think I'm familiar enough that like BoJack is like an actor who like used to be big, but now he's just kind of like a meme, if even that.
Yeah. Right.
And so he's kind of struggling through his career and like sad about it. That's the gist I get. And also that like they live in a world where it's like there are humanoid animals that are like living and working as humans. But I think there's also still regular animals though.
Yeah, probably.
And I think there's also still regular humans.
Yeah, I think there's definitely
I
regular
think so.
people.
Yeah.
There's definitely regular people, and I'm pretty sure I've seen an episode where there was like a regular dog.
Yeah. Or just like a horse.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I would. I mean, I wouldn't put it past this to have them. They probably go deep into that, and it's weird, and they make it real weird about people interacting with humanoid animals and being like, "You can't do that. That's messed up." And you know what? In a way, it kind of is.
Probably is, yeah.
Probably is.
I've definitely seen the whole like first season of this, I think, but
Okay.
when it first came out, I like binged it, and I think it's gone kind of on and off. Like I mean it's Netflix, so there's no real like, they're not following a real, like, oh, we start in the fall with all the normal shows, and I think there was like a couple seasons and then like a Christmas special randomly and then a couple more seasons. I think it's been kind of sporadic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to look at that.
You're actually pretty right on. I was I got the episode section ready, And for the first, I guess right away it went 6 seasons and 77 episodes total. It went from August 2014 to January 31st, 2020. And what it did was it had the first season of 12 episodes, and then it had some sort of, looks like a Christmas special. It's called Sabrina's Christmas Wish in mid-December. And then every year, just kind of randomly, 12 more episodes or a new season would show up for the next 6 years, basically.
Nice.
That's kind of how they did it.
And we're sure that it's done?
Joe?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
From places I've read about the show, they've referred to the 6th season as the final season.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I trust that Joe does his homework.
Yeah, pretty sure they're done.
Yeah, I mean, I already read, the 6th and final season consists of 16 episodes, divided into 2 parts of 8. So they divided the 6th season up in, they did 8 episode stints when they released it on Netflix.
Okay.
But of Hot Rod fame, the main voice actor in this is Will Arnett.
Of Hot Rod fame?
Yeah.
That's the fame?
I mean, it's obviously
He's
Arrested
very
Development.
much a supporting character.
but
Lego
he is,
Masters fame.
Yeah. Of the toy Batman in those Lego Batman are in the Lego movies as well.
Yeah. He's in a lot of stuff. Of former Amy Poehler's husband fame.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, I guess. So Will Arnett, Amy Sedaris, and Allison Brie, Paul F. Tompkins, and apparently Aaron Paul.
Yeah, it's a star-studded voice cast.
Is that why you picked it? Jesse Pinkman himself's in here, Joe?
No, but now I'm more intrigued. I hope he shows
Nice.
up in the first or last.
Hope so.
Just so you know, Aaron Paul apparently plays somebody named Todd Chavez.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that was Aaron Paul.
Yeah, that's Aaron Paul, apparently. Okay. Yeah, he's in the first episode. You'll
Pretty
meet
sure
him.
he's human.
Yep. So if that helps. Joe, do you want to take a stab at what happens in this first episode?
So I think, we've gone over that. I think he's some sort of washed up actor. I bet the first episode he's doing some sort of washed up celebrity reality show or something just to get a paycheck and hates himself for it. I don't know what type of show that would be, because I feel now it would be Dancing with the Stars or The Masked Singer, but I feel those shows weren't as popular back then. So maybe
Dancing
it's
with
more
the Horses.
yeah. So maybe it's more he's hosting a Lego competition on TV.
I could totally see him being
in a house with Pauly Shore and Carrot
Yeah.
Top.
Or living in a house with other washed up celebrities.
like a Big Brother scenario, Celebrity Big Brother, but it's BoJack Horseman world.
Yeah. But yeah, I can kind of see him
Celebrity
hosting something
Boathouse.
dumb. And he by the end of the episode, he quits the show because he's got a grand idea for a new project.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. Feel it
I
already.
don't remember what it is, but I'm sure that's it.
Yeah, moving on to the finale. Joe nailed it. We don't even have to.
The
I
finale.
have no idea.
The show that he created ends, and he dies.
Oh, God. Gotta be a funeral.
Stay tuned for BoJack Glue Man. Spin-off.
Oh, God. That took me just a second. It's terrible. All right. Should we do it?
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into the watching this first episode. It's got a long title, so I appreciate that. The first episode of BoJack is called BoJack Horseman: The BoJack Horseman Story, Chapter 1.
Ooh.
There
Still
is
seems
no
lazy,
chap.
but-
There is no chapter 2.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, is that how they're all named?
No, no, it's not. But so we're gonna watch that one. Yeah, the next episode is not like chapter 2 or anything, because obviously with Netflix it gets a little hairy, because obviously they all release on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very clearly a standalone opening episode. So we will see you after that. Cue the music. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of BoJack Horseman, the BoJack Horseman story, Chapter 1. Jimmy, have you scoured the internet for the greatest write-up you could find?
No, but
Okay.
but I did go to IMDb and check this out. So I get the title now. I'll read the thing. BoJack Horseman story, Chapter 1. A publishing house eagerly awaits BoJack's memoirs, but he hasn't even started yet. His agent / ex-girlfriend and his publisher try to talk him into working with a ghostwriter, but BoJack's too despondent about being washed up to focus. And then, should I just read the full series description is that BoJack Horseman was the star of a hit television show Horsin' Around in the 80s and 90s. Now he's washed up, living in Hollywood, complaining about everything, and wearing colorful sweaters. So,
I mean, he was wearing sweaters, I guess, yeah. I don't think I was like, oh, man, look at those colorful sweaters.
yeah, I was.
They were fun sweaters, though.
They looked great on a horse. That's definitely true. Joe, what were your thoughts? Have you seen this now that you thought like your Netflix told you had watched this episode?
I feel like I've seen like the first 10 minutes. Like the second half of it was not familiar.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, there's a lot of like TV Hollywood type jokes. It's pretty much like it's like 1/3 like isn't making TV silly type jokes, and then 1/3, hey, there's animals walking around, isn't that silly? And then the last third is like, hey, isn't growing up like depressing and sad? Those are like the 3 kinds of jokes, I feel like.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they definitely I think they even use like BoJack's use of making jokes into making him even seem sadder, because he makes jokes and I don't think a single person laughed at any of his jokes the whole whole show.
Yeah.
And he probably made like 10 of them, and then he was like too smart for the room. Did you get it? Like all kinds of stuff. So yeah, my first note was BoJack is depressed and jobless.
But he's also like narcissistic and also kind of like Michael Scott, like wants everyone to like him and doesn't realize that he's kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He literally brought a DVD of his old show to like the hospital so we could watch it, because he rewatches his like heyday so much.
Heyday?
Yeah. See? Did you too smart for the room?
Oh man.
Yeah, he's constantly watching his own show, and we see that a lot in the episode.
And it's a lot of horse puns.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Did you also notice that the hospital that BoJack went to in it was called St. Elmer's?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like shows like this always have like those little fun things that if you're paying attention to the background, you can read like the names of shops and signs and whatnot.
Very like Bob's Burgers is like that.
Yeah. There definitely was a different shop they were in front of that was making fun of Lululemon, and it was called Lululemming.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Did not
animal
notice that.
stuff.
That's
Animal
right.
puns.
The show rewards those who pay attention to the background as well as the foreground. But yeah, so he's like, I mean, the main gist of it is he's like was supposed to be writing a book, like a memoir essentially, and he is just fucking around and not doing it, for probably multiple reasons. He's a sad, depressed, unmotivated. Him not
Probably
doing it doesn't
alcoholic.
Definitely an alcoholic. I mean, obviously, like him just not doing it doesn't seem to. There's no consequences for him in reality.
Right.
Like he gets to stay doing his, like having his unfulfilled life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But then they want to hire him a ghostwriter. See episode 155. No. What episode did you guys do Ghostwriter on? 154.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Took me a second to figure out what you were referencing.
But this one wasn't an actual ghost. It was a human lady named Diana.
Mm-hmm. Who specializes in writing biographies.
Yeah. She's like specifically good at being a ghostwriter for people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in a way it'd be pretty nice you're not good at like writing, but you have like an interesting story to tell. If you just like tell someone the story, then they can like write it down for you. And like that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No
Probably
shame in that,
mostly
BoJack. Yeah, almost for surely.
Yeah, unless you just are a writer. But yeah, that's kind of the driving action that brings it all together, right? Because he's being forced to write this book that he doesn't really necessarily want to do, and so his agent / ex-girlfriend is like invested in that. This ghostwriter that he's like, that I don't know if he's necessarily romantically interested in, but he at least thinks is cute, is like brought into the picture. But then he also finds out that this ghostwriter is like dating this like other actor that he hates, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah, more successful version of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, isn't Mr. Peanut Butter essentially just making the same show that BoJack was back in the day, but he's doing it now? So he's like doing exactly what BoJack.
I don't know if it was.
Do.
It might. I think it was supposed to be like at the same time. I think.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking too.
Still an 80s, 90s show, because those sitcoms do definitely exist still because what's his name, like Mom and all and like Big Bang and all those situational things still out there. But I'm pretty sure they were both like stars at the same time. Mr. Peanut Butter is just kind of stayed a little more afloat and probably not drank himself to death.
And Joe, just for reference, you said this on Netflix while we were showing. It's actually kind of funny. On Netflix, you can watch Horsin' Around. The show that he was in.
I clicked on it after the episode because if you look up BoJack Horseman, and one of the results is Horsin' Around, and if you watch it, it's like a VHS copy of just like the intro.
Yeah.
So it's like 45 seconds long.
Yeah, it's not very long at all, so it's a little fun little thing that they did, but it's even better because on Netflix it says that it's from 1987.
That's awesome.
And the cast is the names, like the cast is BoJack Horseman, Joel Clark, Bradley Hitler Smith,
Sarah Lynn,
yeah,
who is Kristen Shaw, I think, is that how you say it? She's in a lot of stuff. She's in like Flight of the Conchords. She's like the creepy stalker, and that's like what I originally knew her from. She's been in a lot since then. She's
the Paige in 30 Rock, right? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Is that who Kristen Shaw is? Okay.
She's in 30 Rock. She's Louise, right? In Louise in Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. Yeah, that sounds right. So, yeah, I mean, first episode, do you want to watch this? Joe, did it hook you?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was getting at with like that's the action that brings them all together because you're kind of introduced to, all these characters in BoJack's life, and then so it's him writing this story that like is forcing him to have to deal with all these people that he doesn't necessarily want to deal with. That like his ex-girlfriend is still in his life because she's his agent, and like he has to write this book. And I guess in a partnership with someone he like loathes, or not that he loathes Diane, but he loathes Mr. Peanut Butter, who she's dating.
Right.
So there's some interesting tension there. I think I'm intrigued just based on, really just based on recommendation at this point.
Right.
I don't think I got enough from this first episode to be like, cool, I think I'm in.
But you might have gotten enough to say, well, Netflix automatically played episode 2,
right?
So I'm going to just keep watching it.
Yeah, and people have said this is good, so whatever. It's 25 minutes. Right. I got the time.
There is one thing, I don't know if you thought it in just even the first 25 minutes of the show, is that it legitimately is like, man, this is pretty sad.
Yeah. It's very real.
Which I think my Netflix said I had probably watched the first 6 episodes of the first season, and I had stopped watching it, and I feel like at some points it's just like my heart needs a break from the show, and then you have to come back to it. So I think that actually might make it harder to. I mean, I don't know if you
just hits a little too close to home.
If you just feel feelings, I don't know if you can binge watch this show. That's 77 episodes, are really putting you near the edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, break it up with some Frasier or something.
Oh yeah. Just don't watch a really, really emotionally filled Frasier also in the middle. That'll get you. That'll be too bad.
Man.
But
I've been watching Cheers slowly, and Frasier got introduced recently where I'm at,
yeah.
and it's kind of rocking my world a little bit. He's not exactly the Frasier you think of. It definitely took some time to develop.
He's not quite the Frasier you come to know and love, is what you're saying?
Young man. He's not there yet.
How much of this did you watch, Jimmy? Not Frasier. Or Cheers, BoJack.
Full disclosure, when I started with you guys, when we all hit play in our respective home studios here, I didn't realize it was starting me at like season 3, episode 2. And I was like, wait, what is going on? So I won't tell you what happened in that season, but it took me a second to get back. So apparently I watched a good 2+ seasons of this and then fell off. But I feel like now, especially now that it's done, I could cruise through this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid like adult cartoon, maybe a little too much interspecies sex for Joe.
That's pretty weird. And they're very
definitely
explicit about talking about it.
Oh yeah, they talk about sex a lot in this. BoJack had sex at least twice in this episode.
Yeah, apparently with Emily Mortimer, which is pretty funny. Go back and listen to our newsroom episode.
I think they have to drop that and be like, yo, Emily, just at FYI, I hope you're okay with this. Or they're just like, whatever. We weren't talking about that, Emily Mortimer. Don't worry about it. You're the one that drew the conclusion.
What else?
Yeah, I mean...
there's a couple other characters we never talked about. We never
like
talked about
who?
Todd, the, the bum, roommate who's just kind of squatting and hasn't left, and BoJack apparently has... Todd says that he's actually got a big heart, and that's why he's still, staying there, letting him stay.
Mm.
And that's Aaron Paul, right?
Yeah. It's funny because you hear it, and every once in a while you're like, yeah, I totally hear Aaron Paul's voice in that, but sometimes I don't. And then I'm just like, I just want Todd to say something, bitch.
Mm.
Just so I can be like, oh yeah, that's Aaron Paul.
I bet he does at some point.
Apparently
hope so.
that was his name Todd.
Yeah.
Apparently that Todd character is like kind of an avatar for the creator, because he said that he like came up with the idea for the show while he was like unemployed and like living in his friend's like closet in a giant mansion.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's yeah. Hopefully, you create a a critically acclaimed Netflix show from that situation.
Yeah, it seems like it worked out.
I mean, if you're gonna not really have a place to live that you can call your own, and you pull a friend's mansion to stay in, I feel like you're still not doing too bad.
Yeah, you're
worst
okay.
places. Worst places. Then there's agent and ex-girlfriend, kind of on and off again. It seems like girlfriend, Cat, Princess Carolyn, who is Amy Sedaris. Sedaris. I can never say it. It's Sedaris?
Yeah.
The comedian. And then we have so the publishing house guy, Penguin, that was Patton Oswalt. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they go back and forth to like this publishing house office where like it's just falling apart, like no one's reading books, and they also like desperately need BoJack to write this book. Also Patton Oswalt is great. Long time
Truth.
friend of the show. And then Diane is Allison Brie, and she's a human and she's a ghostwriter. That is dating Mr. Peanut Butter, who we talked about. And Mr. Peanut Butter is Paul F. Tompkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, that's pretty much the main characters that we all met. So
You saw the character Sabrina, Sarah Lynn, a.k.a. Kristen Shaw, a bunch in like while BoJack was watching his own reruns of his own show over and over again in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe they had like just literally just put all those. They could have probably made a whole episode of that of horsing around and put it on Netflix.
yeah, it's almost what I thought it was going to be on Netflix. It's like they throughout the series they made a whole episode essentially that he was watching on TV, and then they're just like, put it on just for fun. I'd watch it.
Yeah, I bet on YouTube someone has done that.
I'm sure people got all kinds of time
Yeah.
to do weird stuff, and we appreciate that because it's fun. It is fun. Yeah. I mean, it's got me rolling. It's I since I've seen some of the season 1, I definitely want to watch a little bit more. But before I dive into, the rest of season 1, maybe we should make predictions for the final episode.
Cool.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah, right? Am I right?
Let's try that.
I've got a list right here, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Just so
crazy.
happens. Go for it, Joe.
I have that they BoJack is now involved with a show called Still Horsin', which is like a reboot of Horsin' Around.
Okay.
Nice.
Much like other shows of the era have now been rebooted. Twice in this episode we see BoJack, or twice in the pilot we see BoJack like have too much cotton candy at a party and like barf it all up. But I think by the finale here he's kind of cleaned up a little bit and he's offered some cotton candy but turns it away. So I think he abstains now from cotton candy. I think
Nice.
Mr. Peanut Butter is dead.
Oh god.
I think him and BoJack kind of have like an understanding and a friendship, but unfortunately now Mr. Peanut Butter is dead. But then with that, I think the show. My last prediction is that the show somehow ends on a happy note. They made a note in the pilot about how Horsing Around like ended with like BoJack's character dying, and it was very depressing. So I think they turn it around for the actual BoJack show, and it ends on like a happy note.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I want
All
that
right.
for BoJack.
Okay. I got 4 that I wrote down as well. Joe, I don't think there's a TV show. I think BoJack is in a movie.
Mm.
Ooh.
Just for fun, I'll say that the movie is called Horseplay.
Okay.
Nice.
I think it's Mr. Peanut Butter's wedding in the last episode.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dead or married?
Yeah, dead or married. If I was gonna throw money on it, it would be like BoJack never got Diana, and she stayed with Mr. Peanut Butter, and they got married.
Cool.
I think a anthropomorphic bird man swoops down and steals something from somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I think Todd has a job now working for that cartel Mexican guy.
Okay.
Is he cooking
So not
meth?
like a legit. Yeah.
Maybe he's cooking meth.
That was probably my favorite joke of this pilot, where like Todd, there's like a couple scenes where BoJack questions why Todd is trying to do something. It's like why are you always trying to throw parties? And he's just like, I don't know, I'm just a party guy. But then they flash back to Todd like being threatened by the cartel to like throw a quinceañera.
That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, I think it would be funny if they made a joke like Todd works for the cartel, but he's a cook. But he's actually just like a regular cook. For
Yeah,
them,
just
you
a-
know,
Really solid chef.
just a wink and a nod, but they don't go too deep into it or anything.
Nice.
Those are my 4.
All right. So I think there's a little swapping going on, and I think by this finale that Diane and BoJack are together. Hopefully she's still around, and then Princess Carolyn and Mr. Peanut Butter have gotten together.
Oh,
A cat and a dog.
I know, right? It's wild. That's
the most unbelievable thing right there is that an anthropomorphic cat and dog got together. Not that there's like dog, not that there's like full-sized man horse banging a human woman.
God. Oh, why?
Cats
Okay.
and dogs living together.
What's that from?
Like
From
Ghostbusters or something? It's definitely Bill
Yeah,
Murray.
yeah, yep. Mass hysteria. I have so BoJack dropped a thing about how he always wanted to do a secretariat thing, and so I think that he does a secretariat movie, and now in this finale there's a sequel in the works, a Secretariat 2, which I don't know how that's going to be possible because I'm pretty sure that horse probably got like put down after. I don't know.
Well, I hope he's in I hope that movie's in the works because I'm into it.
Yeah. And then I think it's Todd's funeral.
Oh God!
Yep.
As
So I
long
think
as
we
he
end on a
died
sad
doing what
note.
he loves, cooking for the cartel.
Yeah. Cooking meth for the cartel or something. That's what I
Okay.
got.
Really quick before we go into the last episode, what did you guys think about like just the art style of this show? Were you into it, or did it bug you, or you didn't even notice?
Yeah, I guess I didn't really take much from it. It, seemed pretty sharply drawn, kind of like it kind of looked like a children's book actually, but like
Oh, okay. I
with
can
some
see
more
that.
like cinematic elements that you wouldn't necessarily see in a cartoon.
Yeah. I really like the like theme, the like intro thing, and it's like just a like moving. The like scene is moving in the background around like his mansion and goings on in like Hollywood, and it's just him like staring forward. It's very like some sort of like Zach Braff like sad scene, but yeah, with animation.
Oh man, I feel like Zach Braff was totally in this show at one point.
He wishes.
I mean, maybe he does wish, or maybe he was in it. Yeah, I liked it in general. I think good animation and at least doesn't stick out to you a whole lot potentially, because when it sticks out, normally stuff like that sticks out because it's like annoying. Like you're like, I don't like what they're doing there. So I liked it too, but so I figured since it was a cartoon, we should probably have chatted about that for a second. Well, the last episode of the show, number 77, is called "Nice While It Lasted." So sounds like they knew they were done.
Yeah.
Definitely a finale. And we will see you, listeners, after we're done with that. I couldn't come up with a horse pun.
Come
I
up with
couldn't
a horse
do it.
pun.
Yeah, I really should have been thinking about it the whole time and not messing it up right now. So we'll see you afterwards. Life is a bitch, and then you're dead. Am I right, everybody? We're finished with the last episode of BoJack Horseman, called "It Was Nice While It Lasted." Do you not remember when they said that in the episode?
I did. I liked that.
And sometimes life is a bitch, and you just keep on living.
Yeah, I liked that too.
It was good. I thought this episode was very thoughtful. Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Yeah, kind of. So the IMDb just says, "A celebration brings people together," which is just the worst possible version.
I mean, apparently BoJack is in jail
Yep.
because of something. Did you guys, any of you, catch why he was in jail?
I think he's not living in that mansion anymore, and he broke and he was in for breaking and entering, he said. I think, and the family that was living there found him in the pool, like half dead. That's what I gathered.
So
Other
yeah,
thoughts?
the episode starts out with like a montage that I first thought was the opening credits, but then the opening credits followed it, so it was just kind of a montage of like essentially BoJack nearly dying several times, and then he shows up back at the house that some other family just like lives in now, and he's like passed out in the pool, and then he like almost dies that time, but then after that goes to jail. There's also like a weird side thing about, I think it was like the kid actor that was on a show with him was like saying that like BoJack was like crazy and like really creeped him out, and like that kid becomes successful or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's referred to as like BoJeebies kid because he said that BoJack gave me the BoJeebies.
Yeah, the hashtag BoJeebies kid.
So yeah, it ends with like BoJack in jail, and then that's when we get hit with opening credits, and then the show starts. So like did you guys get the vibe that like we had, do you think there was like a time jump from the second to last episode to this last episode?
Yeah. BoJack said something, I think a couple times, that like, oh man, I didn't know like in a year, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
That they had jumped. He'd now been in prison a whole year.
Yeah, and like he didn't know a lot of what was going on, which, you know, kind of helps when you're doing only the first and last, that like also the main character needs things explained to him.
Yeah. It helps catch us up.
Yeah.
So then Princess Carolyn is getting married, and so Peanut Butter is somehow able to she's worked some magic to be able to get him out of jail for the night to attend this wedding. And it's kind of, there's just this kind of stretch of time where he's just with Peanut Butter kind of on the way to this wedding throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood City. Because Peanut Butter stole the sign, the D sign, and he kept saying I was going to give Hollywood the D, which is ridiculous. But then when they unveil it, it's a B. And
the
then,
D's for Dad.
Yeah, because he's in a show
it's for
called Birthday Dad.
Birthday Dad, and he's like, I wanted to give him back the D in Birthday Dad, and for some reason they made a big B instead of a big D. Hollywood. Yeah, and I mean, basically then it's just like BoJack out of prison at Princess Caroline's wedding, and then he basically every character has a chance. Well, Mr. Peanut Butter, like on the way to the wedding, kind of like hangs out with BoJack alone, and then at the wedding he has moments with Princess Caroline, Todd, and then the very end is him and Diana. All just hanging out and just having like one-on-one conversations. So I think they did a thoughtful way of trying to say, like, you know, hey, by the way, Zach Braff was in the second to last episode of this show. I knew
Google BoJack Zach Braff.
No, when Joe was asking about the time jump, I clicked on the Wikipedia article for the second to last episode called "The View from Halfway Down." And I just noticed on the side that it said that Zach Braff was a guest star, which is
nice.
Funny. But yeah, I thought they did a really good job of like giving each character like a moment alone with BoJack, even if it's not. I mean, it's not like they're saying goodbye to him or anything. They're like, "What are you going to do when you're getting out of prison?" Like, but it was a very like all of them were kind of like moving on conversations. Whereas like we know when you're out, things are going to be different, and your life's got to be different, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I forget what Todd had going on, but there's definitely a conversation where he's talking to Princess Caroline, and he's talking about like, hey, like when I get out, like I'm gonna need an agent, someone to like help hold me together. And she kind of like plays it down and is like, yeah, I got some people I can recommend to you. So kind of signifying that like, yeah, we're kind of not gonna have any sort of relationship when you're out, or like, you know, maybe we could be friendly, but we're not really friends anymore.
Yeah. She sidestepped that very well.
But yeah, kind of I feel like I've clearly missed things, but it seems like they're all just sort of moving on. And maybe some of that is just from him being gone for a year, but I wonder if they've kind of diverged before that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Todd, of all the people, like, kind of brought BoJack outside of the party to like be on the beach alone, because he was like, I feel like you're being overwhelmed, so I wanted to like give you a break. So he was probably the only one that was like actively trying to like be like kind to BoJack, you know, and not just kind of like hanging. Like BoJack didn't seek Todd out. Todd sucked. No, that's not right.
Sucked him out.
Sucked him out.
Sought him out.
Sought him out.
Yeah.
And
said some existential stuff.
I think he had multiple existential, like very meta conversations with like almost everybody. I mean, the one that was like most superficial of them all, which is probably true based on, I mean, even the first episode, they have a very superficial, like quote unquote friendship, was him and Mr. Peanut Butter, who they just like, Mr. Peanut Butter just talks in like TV lingo, and that's pretty much all he does. He like can't be serious for real, and like definitely not having a real conversation with BoJack. So, but they still spent time with him though, which I thought was cool. Yeah, and then it ends with him and Diana, right? On the
Diane, yeah, they're sitting on the roof.
Diane. Yeah, they're on the roof, and they're just talking about kind of like the last time they talked to each other a little bit, and then just kind of like what her next moves are and whatnot, and then it just kind of faded up, and then it just sat there. Like I thought it was gonna like say BoJack Horseman or something like a top of their on top, but I actually kind of liked that it was kind of like just sit in the silence and actually like make this is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Like, and be awkward for them, and like make it be awkward for us, but also make it like a nice song and be kind of nice at the same time. That's kind of like a really good summation of like what this show is like. It's like, this is kind of fun, but also I'm pretty uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep watching this.
I didn't catch all of what happened, what they were talking about in their conversation when they were talking about the last time that they had talked. Did you guys catch what that was about, or were you also kind of lost?
Well, I mean, it seemed like the last time she had like heard, like when because they were talking about the last time he had called her and he left a voicemail, and he basically said so, and she was like in Chicago, so she wasn't even the same city as him. And then he was like, and based on what he was talking to with Todd, it sounded like obviously he had actually come to grips with the fact that he had a really horrible drinking problem too. And so it almost seemed like maybe he called her drunk and then was like, I'm going to go swimming. Like, you should come swimming with me. And if you don't, like, we're not friends, or something's bad.
I think that meant that he was going to go drown himself in the pool. And that's what he meant by swimming.
Okay,
so I think the last time he called, or he left a voicemail, probably the episode before this, when he like goes off the deep end and then literally jumps into the pool.
Right. And then obviously she was like, that was really shitty, and I thought you were dead for a long time, and it was like a very intense conversation.
Yeah, so they kind of like get some closure on that, but then like it ends with her like kind of like expressing appreciation for him. She's like says thank you to him a couple times. And was that just about like appreciation for like the time that they had together before and how she's changed, or
Maybe.
like I think I missed that part of it.
Yeah, I guess I'm not like 100% sure, obviously, from just not having known what their entire relationship encompassed.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounded like it was something on the lines of like, this was like knowing you, be it not the most pleasurable thing all the time to do. Like, you know, you're tough to be around, but you I grew maybe as a person, and like
that's what I was thinking.
in the end, I like appreciate it, but you know.
I was thinking that he probably gave her some confidence as a writer in some way, that maybe she's not like a ghostwriter anymore, and got her to actually get out there and put her own name on some stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to watch and see.
Because there's a part of that I remember where he says, like, he's like about to walk away or something, and he's like, hey, like, wouldn't this be weird if this is the last time we talk to each other? And she just kind of reacts in a way that's like, she's like, yeah, this is for sure the last time we're gonna talk. And I feel like that's important context for them just kind of sitting in silence for like the end of it. Is just like two people who know, like, they've got their closure and they know they're just gonna move on, and so they're just kind of soaking up like this one last moment together. And I think that's why like they're just like sitting with the stars and like this song is playing. But that's just from purely reading that scene and not having seen the rest of the show.
Right.
Because that's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also like the one of the last things they say is like that. Yeah, that's when BoJack says something like, life's a bitch and then you die. But she says, well, sometimes life's a bitch, but you just keep on living.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if that's before or after
2020.
he tells that story about in prison that like they have a movie night every week, and one of the prisoners like who like runs one of the gangs, his favorite movie is The Family Stone. So like they end up picking that every week, and then BoJack like rigged it so that The Family Stone went missing. So they watched some other movie, but then now that gang leader like loves that movie, so they watch that movie every week. So like movie night still sucks at prison, but it's just like a different kind of suck now.
Yeah. And then she says what did she say? She said life's a bitch and then you keep on living, and then she said something about how maybe it's everyone's job to save each other. There was just lots of little like lines in this whole episode that was like, I could just probably pause right there and just fucking think about that for a while. Like,
Yeah.
like Todd's whole like diatribe on the beach. She says a bunch of like really crazy stuff, and it's just like, what?
He talks a little bit about the hokey pokey, and it's like, it's not really about the hokey pokey part.
Yeah.
It's really about the turn yourself around part.
Yeah. That's
I
what
think
it's
you're
all
looking
about.
too much into that one, Todd.
I don't know if you're being really smart or really stupid. Anyway,
Right.
I'm into it.
Yeah. All in all, good. I feel like this last episode gave me like a better feeling of me wanting to watch the show a little bit more, to like to know that like how much of like a freaking wreck like BoJack is at the beginning and stuff, that even though he's obviously a horrible wreck still, especially he's in prison and he obviously has tried to kill himself very recently in the in show episodes, but like potentially that they actually grew, like they all did still grow as characters, and there is still like an overarching like plot and theme of this cartoon, which is, rare.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
and I think they talk about the themes of the show while making you feel those kind of things in even different ways. They make you feel uncomfortable in certain ways, and then the characters are talking about how that affects them, and you're like, wait a minute, but I feel uncomfortable and I'm watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's like this might be the first time that I've felt this way about a finale, where I feel like I didn't get it, but I feel like I'm intrigued enough to want to go back and watch this show so that I can watch this finale again and get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a finale that made you feel like, oh wait, yeah, I want to know why, what's what going into this now.
Yeah, I want to go
back.
back and do this right, because I feel like it'll be rewarding.
Yeah.
Man, you didn't feel that way after you guys said you felt that way after watching Schitt's Creek, and I heard nothing. No going back and watching that, and they just won every single Emmy,
all of the Emmys, yeah,
for a comedy series possible.
We watched Schitt's Creek this season, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's
Only-
good.
that one's a little bit different, because I feel like the show, it looked like it changed a lot from beginning to end, so I want to see how it changes. This one, it
Because
felt
they
like,
grew.
yeah. This one, I felt like I felt the more intrigued at like how, like, the moments, how do we get to those moments specifically in the finale. I feel like the Schitt's Creek one had maybe less moments that I'm intrigued about.
Sure.
But
it's
I
a
am
pretty
intrigued
linear growth.
Yeah, but I am intrigued on how those characters got there.
Okay, then.
But I don't think the finale would necessarily hit different. But maybe it would. Didn't they do some sort of a cappella song? Maybe that would.
Yeah,
hit me
I
in a
think the
different
finale
way.
hits. I think it's super rewarding if you had watched the whole show.
Okay. Well, I got some homework.
Yeah, that's a pretty
All right.
quick one. That one's as quick as this. I think it's 6 seasons, and they're like 23 minutes, whatever.
Well, just
You
watch
said
them back to back.
6-season
every
show
other.
is quick.
Well, when they're that short, be surprised. Well, and it's also, I think, the first, because this we said the first season is like 8 episodes. I think it's the same for Schitt's Creek. They were short until it got some momentum. Fly right through it, especially in a pandemic.
Right? Sweet. Well, I think we all enjoyed it. Should we look at predictions now? Just see how bad we did?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, I can go. Let's see. I got him here. I said that BoJack was on a show called Still Horsin', which is not. It sounded like he had some project called like a horny unicorn or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he had just been in a movie before jail, I guess. That was
Yeah.
starting to take off, maybe.
He
Sounds like
said,
a porn. I don't know.
He said it was with some guy named, I think he called him like Vince Wagner or something like that. But he literally said to, I think it was Diane, that he said he had a movie coming out.
Oh, okay. Could be horsing around, or what was it? Still horsing.
Still horsing. Yeah. So no points there. I said that BoJack abstains from cotton candy. And at the wedding, he's like holding a cotton candy, and he doesn't end up eating it because Todd comes over and like whisks him away. Does that count as abstaining?
I mean, it might have had a bite taken out of it.
Yeah, there was like a curl in it, so it looked like it might have had a bite. Like he might have had a little bit, but he definitely wasn't going overboard with the cotton candy.
Well, that's true. That's not.
What do we think?
That's not abstaining. Abstaining is you're not eating it. He was eating it. He just wasn't.
Okay, he's eating it responsibly.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe no points for that then. I also said that I had that Mr. Peanut Butter is dead, which he was alive. So, not so much on that. And then I have that the show ends on a happy note, which I think questionable.
I mean, I would say
definition of happy is.
I mean,
yeah, for this show, it was probably super happy, right?
Yeah, because I would probably say that it was it definitely ended in at very least a like positive note.
Yeah,
you know, like so.
He's certainly not dead.
This is true. I would give you it.
Okay.
You've talked me into it.
All right. Point.
It's still got the melancholy theme, right? The motif, but it's there's growth happening. So they're moving on, but it's and that's sad in itself, but
also good.
Okay, Josh.
Well, so I pretty much only have one chance of a point, and it's this first one. And it's BoJack is in a movie, and he said he has a movie. All we know about it is he said, I have a movie coming out to Diane.
Didn't you say it had a specific title?
No, I just guessed the title because Joe guessed the title. That wasn't. If you play the tape back, I said like I'll guess a title, but it wasn't part of my actual thing. Also, we don't know the name of his movie, but the title I guessed was Horseplay.
Yeah, but you guessed a specific title.
I just said that. That was a fun part of the thing. It wasn't part of my...
We'll let the listeners decide.
My prediction was movie. For the listeners, I added a title. I'm giving myself a point. The other ones I didn't get points on were Mr. Peanut Butter's wedding. I was a character off. I was close.
Yeah, it's close.
Should have just said a wedding. I said a Birdman swoops down and steals something. There was 2 Birdmen reporters, and I was like, oh my God, they might steal something.
Yeah.
Because they like got out of the car and started flying a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
They did not,
flying birds, but...
They did not do the action I wanted them to do. And then I said Todd has a job for the cartel people. Todd does have a job where he apparently does the hokey pokey with his coworkers, but we don't know what that job is, so cannot confirm or deny if it's a cartel job. So I'm taking 1.
I'm trying to learn about the horny unicorn, but the like fandom wiki, the frickin' person put it in this like horrible blue background with like a blue font, and I can't read this stupid thing. Okay,
is that his movie?
The horny unicorn is what they were saying that the movie was. So I'm trying to see if there's any way I can refute your point, but you're lucky because like I just can't. Who designed this? It's like the worst like GeoCities page ever.
Well, how about you tell us about your predictions?
Okay, instead. I said it was going to be Todd's funeral. It was not. He's very much alive and seemingly doing well. Diane and BoJack did not end up together. She's married to some dude and living in Houston. His movie was not a Secretariat sequel. And Princess Caroline is marrying someone, but it's not Mr. Peanut Butter. It's some guy named Judah, who we did not see in this episode.
No.
But so 0 points. No octopus monsters. No hot dogs. No cowboy hats.
So yeah, the horny so I guess in that episode, I'm reading that same awful blue background thing that you were talking about, Jimmy. That guy,
it's a little better.
that Vance Wagner guy, is convinced to turn the horny unicorn into a movie. With him as the director and BoJack as the titular unicorn. So that's the movie that he has coming out, I guess.
All right.
So that's that. All right. Cool. Sounds like I want to watch that episode now and see.
Yeah.
And see what the horny unicorn movie is. Because goddamn, it sounds like a ridiculous episode. All right. Well, I guess we're done with BoJack Horseman, aren't we? We did it. We've completed all there is to complete.
Hooray.
Good for us. Listeners, if you want to get a hold of us, you can at on the Gmail or on the Twitter at FNL Podcast. And you can give us show suggestions or, friendly critiques and comments about how good Joe's voice sounds.
Silky.
Yeah.
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth.
Perfect. Yeah. And if you would be so kind as to rate us a couple stars on whatever podcast app you listen to, or maybe tell a friend about this podcast, that is super cool too.
Like and subscribe.
Wouldn't be mad about it. And that's about it. Next week is the final TV show episode of season 6, first and last. And then the weekend after that, the week after that is the 6th annual, not really annual, first and lasties, where we crown the winner of season 6, and it's a tight one. Everyone's within 2 points.
Ooh,
right?
Just
as of
pulled
right
away
now.
Right now.
Yep,
Sons of bitches.
That's right. So
I'm assuming it's pulled away and not got closer to me.
Some got closer, some got farther away from you, Jimmy. Let's just put it that way. But got to stay tuned to find out who's going to win. Got to stay tuned. So we'll see you next week for the final TV show episode of First and Last. Next week. You have a good week in between then. So ending's taking too long. Goodbye.
Go watch some sad animated Will Arnett shows.